Do you want to know 3 common reasons why people don't move forward with their green card interview processes outside the United States? And what should be done to continue moving forward with that process safely? Hello everyone, I'm attorney Lee Marvin, and I have been practicing law for over 22 years with a primary focus in immigration law for the last 12 years. My main office is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but I do help individuals and families from any state in the country and really any country on the planet. I want you to stick around for just a couple minutes to learn more about my recommendation of what you can do instead of giving up on your green card process because you're worried about getting stuck outside the country, okay? So I'm gonna tell you 3 fears that people have for leaving the country for the green card process. And then I'll tell you the process that I recommend in order to help resolve that, okay? The first fear is fear of leaving and facing a 10-year bar. That's what almost everyone fears, is having to leave, and then all of a sudden you get slapped with a 10-year bar because you've been in the country for more than 6 months without authorization. And when you leave, automatically you get that 10-year bar, okay? The important thing is there's a very, very powerful tool used to eliminate that problem. You probably have already heard me talk about it. It's the waiver request. A waiver request is the legal process used to eliminate any bar against re-entry in the United States, okay? So this problem can be fixed before you leave the country, okay? Fear number 2 is the fear of getting a waiver denied, okay? You might think if my waiver gets denied, I'm all out of options because I'm outside the country and now I'm stuck. So the reality is you don't need to leave the country until you get an approved waiver for most people. Now there's 2 different waivers. One of them allows you to do the waiver request before you leave the country. The other one, you're already outside the country. So the key is to know which process you qualify for, and if you can do the waiver that gets you a decision before you leave the country, then you don't have to worry about anything because you don't leave the country if you don't have an approved waiver. It's a great way of doing it. I've helped many, many clients do it, and it does work, okay? So the third fear is getting denied while you're abroad. Okay, so this is a very realistic fear for most people. And it's really the uncertainty that the people fear more than the reality, okay? So it goes like this. What if you get your waiver approved, okay? You go to your interview, okay? And then something unexpected happens while you're outside the United States and you get stuck. That's the fear. In my experience, in my practice, that's exceptionally rare because almost always you know before you leave whether you're going to have problems coming back. Why is this? Because I carefully analyze and get information from clients about their history to determine whether there is an issue that they have to worry about while they're abroad, okay? And again, we're talking after getting a waiver and going to the interview. Some things, I guess it's possible, can happen, but it doesn't happen very often because the only time I've ever known of this happening is because of previous immigration fraud, undisclosed entries, prior deportations. Those are examples of things that clients sometimes don't tell while we're going through this process, okay? Has it happened to me? Yeah, it has. I had a client that didn't disclose certain information that had they disclosed it, I would have been able to advise properly and tell them that I don't care that you have a waiver that I just got for you. I still recommend that you don't do it, okay? So you have to communicate that information to your attorney because there are things that are unavoidable, but most of them you can avoid and you can plan around and you can still move forward with your green card process and your interview outside the United States with the waiver request, and you can get success and return to the United States with your green card. Like I said, I've done it many, many times for clients, and it does work, and it is a life-changing opportunity and process for people that can and does work. The key is to be honest with your attorney, provide all the information that they're asking. Don't hide anything from immigration. Don't hide anything from your attorney. And a lot of these situations can be avoided, okay? As always, you can click the link below to reach me directly if you have questions about this process. You want to know more, this video doesn't quite give you everything you need, you can reach out to me. And as always, stay informed and stay safe.